Kamala Harris won't go away quietly. This is from Fox News. We got to see this.
Democrat, just tell them how Kamala won't be going away quietly. Despite a Dukakis-level faceplant as the nominee, the Veep is telling backers that she's doubling down on politics. She's eyeing a 2026 California gubernatorial run or a 2028 presidential bid.
Please run in 2028, Kamala. Please, please, please run in 2028. Do you think anybody is upset about that? Please, please run.
And it looks like she's got the big guy's blessing. Watch.
That's the road ahead. To never give up, to keep the faith, to know that what we're doing matters. I know I'm going to stay engaged. I know Kamala and Jill and Doug are going to do well as well. And I know you will. We need you badly. The country needs you badly. And you're not going anywhere, kid, because we're not going to let you go.
The Veep, who somehow managed to burn through
This is amazing. She's just completely not been on my radar. If this is the idea that they're going to run her again, please do it.
Boggling $1.5 billion in just 15 weeks, is now giving Democrats pep talks on how they will not be defeated.
Our spirit is not defeated. We are not defeated.
Yes, you fucking
Let's
are.
be clear about that.
You literally got your ass beat, destroyed. You had every celebrity. You burned billions of dollars. You lost money. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're an embarrassment to the Democratic Party, which is already an embarrassment on its own. So the fact that you're an embarrassment to the Democratic Party speaks volumes. You are a complete and total failure.
We are strong. We are clear about why we are in this. You're willing to put in the hard work, and that work must continue.
So now I see the framing between the Trump shot and this shot.
Right.
It just
and
kind
the whole tone
takes your breath
and
away.
the atmosphere. And that's but Trump was holding a press conference pulled together. I don't know if it was last minute, sort of felt like it was put together quickly, maybe because the SoftBank guy was there. And he's able to take all those questions and they do it. I mean, this is the annual Christmas party. This is the annual holiday party at the DNC. And that was the tone and flavor of it. So the split screen, again, like a tale of two cities, indeed. Kamala Harris is going to be in the conversation for who will lead the Democratic Party until either someone seizes the mantle or she shuts the door on the opportunity. She basically took to her bed for the last 6 weeks since the election. She is not somebody who, well, actually in China, they have a thing called lying flat, which is basically like quiet quitting, where you just give up. He's like, there's no job here for me. I was promised if I went to college and I did these things in China, I was going to get these job opportunities and have this life, and it's not happening. So I'm not doing it anymore. Quiet quitting is a gentler way of doing that. But we talk about that a little bit in America. I feel like that's what she's been doing. Then she goes there and says, you're not defeated. Oh, you are completely defeated. And it's not getting better. I keep wanting somebody on the Democratic Party to stand up. I did talk to Ben Wickler. He is from Madison, Wisconsin, actually. A Democrat. He's well liked in the progressive circles. They say he's done a pretty good job. Tammy Baldwin did keep that Senate seat.
They really don't have anybody right now. Like, who is the most logical choice for 2028 for the Democrats right now? They have nobody. The fact that they've thrown AOC's name out there just shows you how desperate they are. They really don't have anyone. And yeah, I mean, Gavin Newsom is the only name that actually it has any name recognition, but I don't think Newsom actually plays nationally well enough for them. I really don't. But of course, let's be real. If Kamala was able to get how many of her votes, 70-something million votes, then Newsom can pull that off too. Shapiro's another one. Yeah, Josh Shapiro actually does. But does Josh Shapiro, does he have Josh Shapiro is a very, very articulate, well-spoken person, but I don't see him as a number one. I see him as a VP. I don't see him as the lead. He's not the leading man of the movie. He's the supporting actor. He comes off as a supporting actor. And I'm talking about charisma level and command and everything like that. He does not come off as a guy who actually can be the guy that is the true leader that they need.
There, and he's stepping up, but I don't see him as somebody that's like, he might run the DNC, but he's not going to be the candidate.
Janine, how much pressure do you think she's under to be forced into taking this job as California governor? I mean, no one wants her in 2028. I mean, they'll might just hand that thing over to her.
Well, I think it's really a question of who wants to be governor in California. It's not, look, she's not entitled to a consolation prize. She couldn't even win the youth vote. She poorly performed with the black vote. The reason she lost is because she didn't run on anything and couldn't run on anything she did. That election loss was a blowout. It was a blowout. They lost every swing state. And now she's going out lecturing on what they call it, the future broader focus. She can't even focus on the minimal focus. I mean, the woman is, if the Democrats know what's good for them, they got rid of this woman, because she is a reminder of the lying and the charades that went on during the Biden administration. They told us the border was secure. They told us that, inflation was not what it was. And they told us all of this crazy stuff that Afghanistan was a success. These are not people that you need to roll out again. And in the end, she covered for a president who was literally non-compos mentis. She needs to pay a price for that. And you don't do it by giving her a consulate. I guarantee you there's some state senator or assembly person who wants to be the governor who should be given a shot at that. And by the way, what's she going to run on? What the hell did she do for 4 years as vice president?
Exactly. What did she do? She doesn't deserve this consolation prize, and I don't think that they like her anyway. They're having to pretend that they like her right now for optical reasons. They don't really like her. They just don't.
All the human trafficking, all the fentanyl, 320,000 kids missing. She should be embarrassed to show her face in public.
Let's go.
So, she'll just go hide in Hawaii for the rest of her career. Got it. What do you see in her future?
So I understand. I agree she doesn't deserve a consolation prize, but I understand how she might feel like she does. Emotionally, this is probably very difficult to go from where she was to where she is now. And she might be thinking, okay, I can't be the president, but maybe I can be the governor of California, because you don't want to feel like it was all for nothing and it's all gone. It's the same reason. It's kind of like when...
Answer me this, and I mean no disrespect to the lovely people in California that are in this chat, okay? Because I know there are some of you. But generally speaking, does California deserve her? Because it kind of feels like California kind of like deserves her after bringing Newsom back into the fold. They kind of do. I hope to hell she does not get it. Like, we do not need to live in a world where Kamala Harris is running one of the largest economies in the world, which is the Californian economy. Because California's economy is massive. It's insane. She does not need to be in charge of that.
People, they try to be friends with their exes, right? Where you're like, okay, you know what? I know he's seeing someone else, but why can't I text him happy birthday and say that he's having a good day, right? You don't want to feel like it was all for nothing. But of course, in both cases, it's very clear that it's better to just move on, move forward to something that's right for you. Because clearly she couldn't have had more help from the media. They created her. I mean, remember when she was doing on the cover of the Time magazine without even doing an interview? I mean, it could not have been easier, and she totally blew it anyway. Clearly this isn't her thing, but she needs to accept that in order to move forward. But I understand how it might be hard to be. I mean, she was the darling of everyone in Hollywood, everyone in music, everyone in media, and then it's all gone. That's got to be really hard to accept, even though you have to accept it. Yeah.
Is there anything besides politics that she could do?
Yeah,
That's
like
a
Al
serious
Gore.
question. What else besides politics could she maybe do?
It's the Al Gore model. Sorry, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know this. I'm not as passionate about it as the. Well, I am about some things, but the voters will make this determination. If she seeks to run for office in California, I think Kat is right. She's trying to figure out, what do I do? I ran for a couple of months. I think she could have done a much better job. But if I were her, I'd step back for a little while and try to figure out what I did right, what I did wrong, and even more fundamentally, why am I in the business of politics? If you're in the business of politics just to give speeches like that and to say we're fighting and we're this, when you fight in politics, you fight for a reason, you fight for a purpose, and you got to step back sometimes. And
she doesn't have a reason. She's a DEI hire. She's never earned anything. She's never earned any place that she's been. She didn't earn the VP position. She was selected as a VP because of identity politics. That's the reason she was in that position. She didn't earn the nomination for president of the United States. She was installed into that position because of identity politics. She has literally never earned anything that she's gotten. She is the definition. She's the poster child of DEI.
And have a little introspection about what did I do right? Why do I want to do it? It's not just her, but anytime you lose in a race like this, and the voters will help her sort it out. They'll either want her in California or want her nationally, or they will not want her. President Trump again did something that a Republican has not done in a very, very long time. He got working class Americans to believe that he was best fit and had the best ideas and best vision to take the country forward. And you have to accept that when you run in a political contest, that you could lose. You have to step back and understand why. That's why. There was nothing more complicated than that. We were wrong on issues. We didn't connect with voters on the most important issues. So every Democrat has to step back a bit and try to figure out, how do we make sure next go round that we're competitive, that we're in the center?
You bring Kamala in, please. We just want you to bring Kamala back. Okay? You deserve her. If anything, if Kamala deserves anything, she deserves for the Democrats to put her as nominee again. That's what we want. That is exactly what we want. We want Kamala to be the nominee once again. Okay? That's what she deserves right there.